In this video, we're going to have a look at Intuit Sign for Quickbooks Pro Tax. Intuit Sign for Quickbooks Pro Tax allows for acquiring an e-signature for certain CRA forms. This is a new service for Pro Tax users. Those with a full subscription will have this available. Unfortunately, Intuit Sign is not available for one-pay users. And just the last point here, we love any feedback you have. If you have any suggestions you want to make, feel free to share them with us. A couple points about eSign for Pro Tax. There is no additional charge, like I mentioned. You don't have to have a license key. There's no required setup. It's automatically available on returns. While on a form, look for the request signature bar. I'll be demonstrating that momentarily. There's an e-signature dashboard to track e-signature requests, which is very helpful. And just another point to make here, the signer must have a mobile phone to receive a text message with a security code. Requesting document signatures. You select a document from the tax file that you want to send to get an e-signature. You can send one document at a time, and the process can be repeated as often as you need. So let me just pause here and we'll go to Pro Tax and have a look. I'm in a 2022 T1. I clicked on the T183 over at the left, and I can see up at the right there's a request e-signature. You can see if I go to other forms, the signature is grayed out, and that means I can't request an e-signature for that form. Let's go back to the T183. I'll click on request a signature. This box comes up and I can just tab through it, and it's telling me I want to send the T183. The next page here is I have taxpayer information. I need an address and a mobile phone and an email. This is actual live information, so it's blurred out, and I'm going to click next. I can set up reminders. I can change the days or decide not to send reminders. Number of days before the request expires, I can change that, not check that at all. And send warnings, I'm not going to do that either. So once that is done, it comes to a summary screen. This again has personal information blurred out, but it's showing me I'm sending it T183. So let's send it. And it tells me request sent. So I can close. Now, one document. Let's say I wanted to send the authorizer rep to, just for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to request, and it's the same procedure. Let's look at the client side, just to point out here, they don't have to sign up for anything. Mobile phone is required, though, to receive a texted security code. Once authentication is complete, the signing's kind of straightforward, but a security code is required for each document. Let's have a look. I'm over on the email now. You can see it was sent from Intuit Sign at notification.intuit.com. So I sent two separate emails. I've got two actions needed here, so I can review and sign. Now what it's doing is sending a security code to the phone, a text message. I'm just going to pause it while I enter that. I entered the authorization code, and now I come to this page where I got to click that I understand it's a legally binding document. And then I can e-sign, and I put in I don't know why I put signer instead of signer, but I'll apply that signature. And the document is signed. Do I want to send it back? Yes. Now another document, another code. I have received the code for this document and pressed enter. So I got a code for each document. And then I can go ahead and sign that. And old fancy signer. And it's done. And it says up at the top here, close. So I can close. And let's just review what we got here. I sent two separate emails, but it was sent in two. So this could get confusing. It could say you have two documents to sign, but they've got to review, get a code, and sign that one, and then go down and review and sign, click that, and get a code for that one. That's what I just demonstrated. So both are signed, and I will go back after deleting that. Let's go back to Pro Tax and look at the dashboard. In Pro Tax, there's a dashboard, and it tracks the requests for signatures and where they stand. It also allows for download of the received signed forms, and there's available filtering. So let's go have a look at that. I'm back in Pro Tax. Over at the left here, I clicked on Pro Tax and then Personal, and this is the T Personal with a bunch of test returns here. So I've got up at the top T1, T2, T3, FX, and the e-signature dashboard. I filtered that to hide any information that other people might be able to see. Let's see what we have here. So I just downloaded this and it says multiple. Let's review what we got here though. We got authentication fails. We got expired, e-signature, completed, and waiting. So I can click on these to bring up the files that are under these categories. There's filters here. If I'm looking for a client, just like I did here, I can type in. So I've got this and it says multiple. So if I go over and click on view all, what it shows is the status. So it was multiple. I clicked on view, and what it shows is the two separate documents and their status. So multiple means multiple emails were sent. It says e-signature completed. That means I have two documents back signed. If they hadn't maybe signed one, it knows the other one had to be signed. It would indicate this here. So if I download here, let's see what we get. So it's downloaded a e-signed document in a zip format. So let's go see what that looks like. So I've opened up the e-sign zip, and you get two things: a summary, so that's the certificate, and that's the signed document. So I opened it up and I scroll down, and it says signer and the time. This is the summary, and it has information to verify the signer with some information blurred out, but this has all the required verification information. So that's a quick run through of the Intuit sign for Pro Tax. Let's go look to see where you can get more documentation. So I want to go to the main Pro Tax webpage. I just Google Intuit Pro Tax software, and I'm looking for this. QuickBooksIntuit.com, Canada, Pro Tax. I can note here at the top, I can learn more about Pro Tax. The other thing I want to look at here is the Learn and Support, and I'm going to go to Self-Serve. Let's see, I'm going to do a search here. I'll select Pro Tax. I'm going to type in using Intuit Sign. And we have this article here with very important information that you should look at. There's mobile carriers. This is important because there's support for certain mobile carriers and not others. In this article, highly recommend that you have a look at it. I'll just point out one thing here, though, that the mobile carrier, like I say, it's important. Your phone number and address have to match the records of the mobile carrier. And that's it, and a little bit of how to find the Pro Tax website and how to look for articles. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for using QuickBooks Pro Tax.